Well, all I've done is wired it up. I got all the wires in there. I got my key nation in there. It's wired up. So everything's on the clock works. This is working. Everything else is working. Can't even think right now. I had to do a lot of other stuff that y'all didn't know about. I had to tear the engine back down and do some work in here. A whole bunch of work that I was going to do, and I got ready to paint it. I decided to go ahead and do it now. And ain't the light so much brighter over here for some reason? We put in 2 lights up there. One there and one there. We still got that stupid old light there I got to change. I'm going to put another one of these up there. This is a 4 light. This one here is a 6 light. But the light is so much better. Once I get all the light in here and get this track in the middle, it'll be real bright. But anyway, I'm still going to the Florida Flywheel this Friday. Not Friday. Tomorrow will be Friday, so it'll be not this coming Saturday, but the next following Saturday, which will be, I think it'll be the 21st. So we'll be going to the Flywheel. I will be driving this thing down there. I'll have the hood on. I have everything. I won't have this hole closed up yet. I won't have no box built in here for this yet. But this is working fine. Got a little something to tell you. The cable to the hydrostat back didn't work. I can't remember that man's name. I wish I could remember his name. I don't know what it's Larry or I can't remember his name. Oh, by the way, his name Lamar Zim. But he told me that it wasn't going to work, and I kind of had little doubts, but not enough to not to go for it. I thought my cable was big enough. I thought maybe it had a small cable, it wouldn't be big enough. Then I'll have my doubt. I thought the cable I had, what it was doing, it was just, if I clamped my cable down, it just stripped the insulation off the cable. Then if I clamp the cable hard enough where to hold it, it would just crimp my cable and wouldn't work. So I'm gonna redo that. When I go to Florida Flywheel, I'm gonna be limping. I'm only gonna be going in front wheel drive. There will be no rear drive at all. It'll just be tagging along, just freewheeling. That's all it'll do. It's just be a roller. I'm gonna put this hydrostat up front, then plumb the lines up to my steering box. Then I'm gonna take the hydrostat off the back and put on here. Then I'm gonna disable the pump inside where it won't where the rear end be freewheel. Anyway, that's all I got. This is gonna be my first final test. It's never rolled on its own since it's been a 4-wheel drive. I tried to knock it off the stand, which I done a good job on the front, but the back is hung on this block here. So I don't know if it's going to fall down and try to bend something or what. So now I got to get it off before I go around and pick up the back of the tractor. Had to go get the forklift out of the way. I don't know how this thing's going to act. It seemed to work out in there. I would just take off and can't stop it. So we're going to set it on a tripod over here and see what'll happen here. Lever's locked. Let me see what the hell's wrong. There you go. Something wrong. Right there. test failed. Something done slipped on my linkage. Well, I found a problem. I forgot to tighten this linkage up, this cable for the back end. So it's already wanting to go forward now. So let me fix it. Well, here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, take it off the stove. I don't have no throttle. Well, this cable system ain't gonna work. You can see back here where it was trying to spin. What happens is this cable is not. There was a guy on the internet already told me it wouldn't work. He said, up climbing hill, doing this, mowing, plowing, all that. You know, I thought this cable would hold it, but he was right. It won't hold it. I done went and milled part of it, tightened as hard as I can. You done see the insulation there? It's trying to strip the insulation back off of this, and I tightened the hell out of it. And it just ain't gonna work. You get it up under pressure, it starts kinking this cable up. As long as you got it up in the air, it works fine. So I might come up with another plan. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it ain't gonna be this. It ain't gonna be no cable driven. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it somehow. I don't know just what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm about to set it aside, do some thinking on it, and because this cable business ain't gonna work. It might work if that cable was 1/4 inch and didn't have no rubber on it, because that rubber, he just stripped the rubber off the cable. When that rear end size starts to pulling, it just pushes that lever and just rips off the rubber on the cable there. But there's no way I can put a hard linkage across there, because you can't turn if you did that. You couldn't turn I could probably do it, wouldn't turn very far, but as far as I want to turn, you can't do it. Now on this front one, you probably can't see it, but I got a hard linkage up there. I ain't have no problem with it. It's working fine. I can hold this button down in the back, and it seems to drive all right, as long as the back rear end ain't working. But right now, we got to do something different. If anybody got any ideas whatsoever, you know, if I like them, I use them. If I don't, I won't. But right now, I'm up for any information, any ideas anybody got to how to get this thing to work. I would appreciate. What I'm probably going to wind up having to do is come up with a small hydraulic cylinder, a very small one, with in and out ports, to make that thing work with hydraulic, to push that lever forward and back, and do the front one same way, have it on hydraulic, and have my pedal over there working the hydraulic slave cylinder, master cylinder, and work slave cylinder. But like it is, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna show you what I got. out here in the daylight where you can see. Maybe somebody come up with an idea. I took this cable off here that I had on there. It just wouldn't work. When that hydrostat goes in gear, it's got a lot of kickback force. There's a guy on the internet that told me that cable wouldn't work. I didn't listen because I just thought that cable was pretty stiff for it to work. But anyway, I'll show you what I had. I had this cable. I had it running through here, and it was fastened. Let me get this other thing up where you can see it. Hang on a minute. Get this up. You see that piece right there? Well, this cable, I had it fastened to it. I'm going to show you how close it is to the. Now see how close it is to the frame there. Then I had it. Then I had it fastened right here. See my finger is right there? I had it clamped right there. Alright. They went through here. Give me a little better view so you see what's going on. And I had this in. You see where these two bolts are right here? Well, I had it clamped right there. And this end went on to here. Which it worked. With it jacked them in there, it worked fine. But once you get up on the pressure, it don't work. Trust me. It does not work. So what I need is a better design. I can move these hoses down. They need to be up under here anyway. I thought about making another arm like this one over here, so I get a bigger cable and I could run it. Well, I could run it on this side of the tractor. I'm gonna get rid of this bolt just temporarily. The bolt's too long, was hitting my steering rod. Was going to hit it, so I put that in there. I ain't cut it off. I was gonna get a new cable, much bigger. If I could find one much bigger, run it from there all the way through there. Then I have to come up, when it came through here, I was going to make some kind of little jack leg where this side would push the linkage and this side would push this. So I don't quite know how to do it. Or the cable come out on this side, then switch it back around on this side. But I don't know if that'd give me enough room for it to, when this thing bends. If it's in the dead center, it ain't so bad. So I put it off one side over here and one side over here. That will give me, I would think, give me enough play on both sides over here for that cable to work. But I'm not sure how to do it. I thought about how I'm driving this thing. I got this piece of wood wedged down on these two little buttons here to hold it down. So I got this rearing in tow. That's how I did that. I'm not sure that if I could come up with a short hydraulic cylinder to go right here, then do the same way up front. Work them off with two short hydraulic cylinders, real small. If I had to make them myself, I'll make two of them. Then I'll come up with me a third cylinder to hook over here to where somehow I can fix it to where it'll push fluid and the pull fluid. I don't know quite how I would do it, but I had to fix it somehow to where it'll push it, give the same amount of fluid going forward, the same amount of fluid going backwards, so they both work together, not independently but together as one unit. But this front, see, the front one's on a 5/16 rod, and it's hooked up right here, which is working fine. See right there? It's working fine. I got no problem with this. That's working fine. The problem is, it's that bowing in that cable in the middle. Doing like this right here. As soon as it gets it under strain, it wants to do this. And when it does that, the tractor speeds up. So, I'm about to get a bigger cable. If you know, anybody knows a better way of doing this. Well, I forgot to tell you, there probably won't be no video next week, which would be, let's see, Saturday the 21st, so Friday the 20th. So the 19th will be a Thursday. I doubt there'll be a video then. I might I'll probably skip it if I get some other things working on it. I might show a video. If I don't, I'm going to try to work out this Hydrostat before I come back on. And I got to do some other stuff too. Appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and comment, and hit that thumbs up button. We ain't hardly getting no thumbs up. I mean, man, all the work I've done, you know, getting like 40 thumbs up out of 800 people. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe this here is a piece of crap. Maybe what I've done is all in vain. But it ain't in vain for me. Maybe it's in vain for some of the guys out there, but I don't care. This is my tractor. But anyway, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Catch you later. We're gone.